Do you know how many gallons of maple sap it takes to make 1 quart of maple syrup? Believe it or not, 10 gallons. And that's probably why maple syrup is referred to as liquid gold all over New England. Let's begin first with the crust for this pie. Use a little bench flour, spread it all over your counter, and make sure the crust is well chilled. And I'm constantly lifting and flouring underneath. You can also flour the pin. If it gets too soft, put it right back on a cookie sheet in the freezer and just let it harden up a little bit before you proceed. Now, to get it into here, just roll it quickly on the pin, lightly and quickly. And I'm using a glass pie plate. These glass pie plates are really handy. You should get yourself quite a few of them because as you give pies away, they disappear. And I'm trimming the edges neatly, leaving an overhang of about 1/2 inch. And this is going to be pre-baked, blind baked, the old bakers said. So notice I'm just rolling this under so that it is right on top of the rim. And another reason for using glass is that when you bake it, you can look at the bottom and see how nicely brown it is. Okay, so now get that right back into the refrigerator. Now the next thing is to make many of these little maple leaves, and I need lots of these. So I'm going to roll out another disc, get it nicely thin. Okay, so now start cutting. If they're not too warm, take the back of a sharp knife. So go like this, and you just have to do 1 or 2 lines, just to make it look more like a leaf. When these are done, put them right back into the refrigerator. And now we want to apply the leaves to the edge of the pie shell. We have 1 egg. This is the glue. And you can use a small brush like that, and you just put an egg wash all the way around the edge and on the back of each leaf. This will really help them adhere well to the edge. Doesn't that look gorgeous already? Now, when you finish, put this right back into the refrigerator and chill again. A beautifully applied edge, and now carefully brush your egg wash over all those maple leaves. Why do this? Well, it gives a very beautiful, glistening brown edge to your maple pie. Now, make sure your oven is preheated to 375 degrees. One more step. Fold this parchment like this. And like this, point to edge. This will fit in, see? But better yet, go like this. Crunch it all up. This makes it go in even faster. See how nice? This is an assortment of red kidney beans, black-eyed peas. You can have lentils. Rice works very well too, although it's not as heavy as a bean. And they fill every nook and cranny. Put this in the oven, 20 to 25 minutes, and bake until it is all an even golden brown. So here's the crust. You can look at the bottom, gorgeously brown. It is ready to be filled. And the filling has very few ingredients. 1 cup of real maple syrup. Bring this to a boil and reduce it till it gets a little bit thicker than it is. In the meantime, we need 4 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. Save your whites. So beat that up. Add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of the best vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Oh, this is the fragrance, the wonderful spice. Okay, so the eggs are ready. And the syrup has reduced itself. Add your heavy cream, 2 cups. And if you were standing here, you would love the smell. It's so fantastic. Bring this back to a simmer. And now add this very slowly, whisking at the same time to your egg mixture. Warm those egg yolks. Then put this mixture through a sieve. Now make sure your oven is heated to 300 degrees so it bakes at a low temperature. Should be just the right amount to come up to the maple leaves, but not cover the edge. Bake it until the custard is just set, but still a little bit wobbly in the center. It's going to take about 45 to 60 minutes. So here is the finished pie. It is cool, and so now just take out the slice. Comes off very nicely. That's a very pretty slice of pie. Forgive me, but I can't wait. This is the perfect finish to any autumnal meal.